afternoon, evening, depending on where you are. I'm so glad we are here together to talk about data science innovation. And I'm Jen Wang. I work at Meta as data science manager. And today I'm going to talk about how we can use machine learning to drive marketing success. So I like to start with what marketing does for a company. Companies use marketing to promote products and services to their potential customers and to create a strong brand image that resonates with the audience. So for example, I was shown an ad on Facebook the other day. I hid the ad just for privacy purposes, but the ad is about an online program for executive data leadership, which seems to be relevant to me. So many people don't know, but you have actually click on the three button here to understand why this ad is shown to you. So Facebook will tell you the reason you saw the ad is based on advertiser choices and your activity on Facebook. So basically, advertiser want to show the right people the right ads at the right time. And in order to do that, marketing needs to make a bunch of decisions. And in the next slide, I'm going to show you how data science and machine learning can help marketing solve all these business problems. First of all, it's important for marketing to be aligned with overall business objective and focus on driving measurable business outcomes. And data science can help this by defining the right metrics and measurement framework for by doing data analysis. For example, some of the common KPIs for marketing are sales, return on ad spend, retention, or customer lifetime value. And in order to effectively market products or services, we need to understand who the target audience is and what motivates them. By analyzing historical data, data science can predict future customer behavior, their action and value. And this would allow for better resource allocation and more effective marketing strategies to target the right audience and build the right value. And once we understand the target audience, we have to decide how to reach them by ads and what to show them. Today, there are a variety of marketing channels, for example, social media and email marketing, content marketing, and search engine optimization. Data scientists can help cluster customers based on shared characteristics and behaviors and develop more personalized marketing campaigns to drive sales more efficiently. And finally, for successful marketing, we require continuous experimentation and optimization. This means measuring results, identifying new opportunities for improvements, and refining marketing strategy and operations over time to achieve better ROI. In addition, data scientists can also help companies automate and streamline marketing operations, making them more and more efficient and effective. And in order for marketing to be successful, it requires strong integration between business and technology functions. And it usually goes through a cycle like this on my slide. So first we start with business as usual. What is the current marketing strategy, operations, and what are the limitations and pain points using machine learning models? And data scientists will work with marketers together to understand the current state. And then they will conduct analysis to identify the trends and patterns based on historic data and discovering opportunities for improvements. And based on these discoveries, they can build new models for customer understanding, segmentation, personalization, optimization, attribution, etc. And in order to test these new solutions, marketers and data scientists will work together to conduct A/B testing, causal inference, to see if the new solution will outperform the current BAU. And if they do, then we can roll out the new solutions as a new business as usual to replace the current strategy. And then we can continue optimize as a new cycle. So as you can see, marketing process on each step requires strong collaboration between business and technology functions teams. So we need to consider how various factors in a company will impact marketing strategy and what data science solutions can be implemented. So this slide lists some examples of how company culture, org structure, and size, and the resources can impact marketing and data science and machine learning strategy. I'm not gonna go to each points, but just to give some example, a more data-driven culture and flat structure will enable faster iteration and innovation to improve the technology used for marketing. And the centralized marketing teams and the centralized marketing data science teams can enable greater coordination and consistency in marketing strategy and messaging. Because of this, when we try to develop data science solutions, we need to consider so there's no really right or wrong. It's more about finding the suitable solution that is aligned with the company objective and the culture and all the other various factors. And in the next couple of slides, I will show you 2 examples of different machine learning framework for different situations of the company. In the first one, this is when the company is a little bit smaller and when they just start to build in-house data science machine learning functions. And usually they still start with the business strategy to design different marketing programs. And each marketing program is designed to serve different purposes. And a commonly used conceptual model is marketing funnel, which is basically representing the buying stage people go through from becoming aware of the product service to considering buying from the company and finally to purchase. And the final shape illustrates the audience will become narrower and narrower as the journey progress towards the purchase. And the goal of marketing is to maximize conversion at each final stage to the next stage. By understanding the audience in each stage, we can develop targeted messaging and utilize the right marketing channels to reach them effectively and drive sales. So in this business model, marketing usually defines some criteria what audience is eligible for what kind of marketing campaign, and data scientists will work with each individual marketing teams to develop bespoke solutions. For example, there will be very separate models for brand targeting, email response models, and retargeting models, and each of the models serve different purposes. We can use different features for the prediction of the outcomes. And data scientists can also help marketing team to run tests and measure outcomes and improve the marketing performance. Another important part, as I mentioned earlier, is to automate machine learning training and deployment pipelines to improve the operational efficiency. For many smaller companies, because of the needs to move fast and the lack of in-house machine learning ops expertise, they would opt for managed service instead of building customer solutions. So this is the situation when the company just starts to build in-house data science and machine learning functions. And this strategy is easier to get started, and we can see some quick outcomes, but it also has a lot of shortages. And these challenges will become more and more obvious as the company grows in size. For example, because we build separate bespoke solutions for different marketing campaigns, there are almost no consideration how much overlap there will be. So we might be targeting the same audience over and over again with different types of ads. So this definitely hurts marketing efficiency. Because different data science teams and the marketing teams are responsible for running these programs, their operations can have different standards, and sometimes it's hard to make apples to apples comparison in the performance, and therefore we can make wrong decisions in the budget allocation across different campaign programs. And also because the data science teams might be working in isolation, so the lack of cross-org communication and roadmap misalignment could also lead to inefficiency issues and also more bad consequences over the long term. Finally, because these solutions are developed to address specific situations, it's hard to scale as the business grows and as the environment changes. For example, with the privacy regulation changes, it's hard to just like update the old model to suit the new needs. So that's why we, as the company grow, we recognize the needs for more scalable, modular, and adaptable machine learning solutions. And in the next slides, I'll use an example to illustrate how we can build machine learning platforms that satisfy bigger business needs and can quickly adapt with the environment. So to build a scalable, modular, and adaptable marketing data science system, we first translate all the business questions into overarching themes of machine learning problems. This is different from, in the last slides, we first design marketing program and then only use data science team to address specific questions within each program. In here, we are starting with the overall theme of business problem, translate that into overarching themes of machine learning problem. So across all marketing programs, we are basically solving three key questions. One is how we categorize our customers. Second is, given what we know about the customer, what kind of ads treatment should we use for each of the customer? And three is how to measure the outcome and keep improving. So we can build a centralized machine learning platform to make marketing solution holistically. So instead of deciding the right audience for a given program, we have all these A, B, C, D, E, like all the different marketing programs as our the base for treatment solutions. And then we based on what is the expected outcome for each, and we compare what is the best outcome to decide which option we can choose for each given customer. This way we can minimize inefficiency and overlap across various marketing campaigns. And we can build multiple layers of machine learning models to serve different purposes. For example, we have a customer clustering model for understanding the customer, which can serve as inputs to the treatment model, which optimize the treatment decision. And then finally, we also have models that can generate the outputs to pass back as feedback to continuously improve the treatment decisions. So by doing this, we have different modules. Like you can think of this as a big machine, and different modules can be developed in parallel for engineering efficiency. And we can streamline and automate the process across all marketing and make the process consistent so that they can scale with business growth, and it's easier to compare different marketing performance to allocate budget accordingly. When we integrate this machine learning system into marketing, so the other question we need to answer is, what are the different treatment options? So far, most of the companies that I know, they still heavily rely on human efforts, and because it requires a lot of domain expertise and human interaction to manage the campaigns. Basically, we need to decide what campaigns, what marketing channels to use, and what types of message and creatives to use. Even with the new generation of marketing data science, we still require very strong business and technology integration. We have 5 minutes left. I'm gonna go through this pretty quickly. Although machine learning can be used to improve marketing efficiency, it's also important to be aware of the challenges and risks involved and take steps to mitigate them. For example, we need to invest in high quality data and prioritize data privacy, ethics, and design models that can be interpretable and unbiased, and ensure effective implementation and maintenance of the model. Finally, just a few advice based on my personal working experience, as well as talking with my network of data scientists in marketing. So a few things to improve marketing operation when using data science. The first step is to develop a clear strategy that aligns technology capability with business objectives. And this again requires collaboration between business and the technology teams to identify the key goals, target customers, and define KPIs. And before launching any marketing campaign, it's important to understand your target audience in order to tailor your messaging and marketing channels to better reach and engage them. You want to prioritize personalization, such as targeted messaging, product recommendation, and customer content. Companies should invest in marketing technology to help automate, streamline marketing operations, and continuously improve the marketing strategy and the practices. Make sure we implement data governance to ensure data accuracy, security, and compliance. And again, like foster collaboration between business and technology teams by encouraging regular communication between the cross-functional teams. Lastly, ensure you have the measurement system to continuously monitor the campaign and improve the efficiency. This can include A/B testing, multi-variable testing, data-driven decision-making. So that's all for my talk. I'd like to see if you guys have any questions, comments, I'd love to discuss what challenges you have faced and what other important questions not covered by the talk. So yeah, thanks for everybody who already put into the question. Angelica says organization needs to create a data mindset first. I totally agree with that. Shmuel, how according to you, machine learning can support lower prices on different merchandises and services? If I understand correctly, are you saying we should set the right price for the item so that it can generate more net profit? Is that a question, Shmuel? I don't know if I'm assuming that is a question. I don't know if like people can actually speak. I'm not hearing anybody. Yeah, so I think this goes to like I know there are some companies use that price elasticity model to predict what is the best price to set for the merchandise and services. What's the thought on use of MMM within marketing? Marketing mix modeling, that's a little bit a very traditional method. I actually personally haven't used it much, but I do know this is a good method when you consider the full funnel, like because like a brand messaging can take a long time to respond, and then for lower funnel, the purchase cycle is a little shorter. And then MMM, I believe, is usually planned like every half a year. So it affects the overall budgeting allocation. However, in order to understand at the customer level, which customer you need to spend more on and who to target every day, I do feel you need a little bit more advanced machine learning technology to help making those more granular decisions. Is there any way to automate A/B testing using machine learning? Yes, there are. Because we are kind of at time, for the remaining question, how about I will reach out to each of you on LinkedIn and response, and I can type my LinkedIn here. So if you go to LinkedIn, this is actually my handle or whatever you call. Cool. I think we are over time. Yeah, thank you very much. I'm asked to stop at my time so that people don't miss the next session. So I'll see you all in for the rest of the conference. Yeah, let's stay in touch on LinkedIn. Thank you, guys.